What? Yeah, you sound clear. How do I sound?
Perfect.
All right, let me know if you're able to like hear yourself or anything. I'm not wearing the best headphones.
Headmoans. Okay, so if I sound so clear, try to guess what fruit I'm eating. Ready? Hold on. What is that?
Mango?
Shut up.
Is it really?
It's a mango. You heard it. You heard that flavor.
Yeah, I swear, I went completely on
Into
the
my
texture
mouth?
of the sound.
Oh. Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something else. Now that I have a little bit, like a couple seconds to look back on it, I think I used some context clues.
What?
Well, like, I just don't. You're not somebody who would eat a banana, like, for pleasure, or like an apple. Like, I think that at nighttime after you've been smoking, you would eat like a kind of, slightly exotic tropical fruit.
Yeah, okay, I understand where you're going. Yes, but also,
what do you mean? Wait, it wasn't meant as an insult.
Hold on, wait. Also, a banana. Clearly, you can tell if I was eating a banana.
No.
Come
I
on,
don't
the
know.
mush. It's like a mush.
Well, there's a little bit of mush to the mango.
You can sense the fibrous deliciousness of the mango.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, let's play. Guess what Jerry's eating next time again.
Okay. All right. Well, have a good night.
All right.
That would be fun to really just record that. To just put that out as the episode, just the 2 minutes.
That'd be great. Finally get back to my life. This thing's interrupting.
Oh, hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Holding.
All right. So we need to come up with a title.
Wait, what about pre-haunt?
Is that what you want to do?
I mean, I don't know. I wanted to do it.
Okay. Get us started.
Well, what did you hear when I said it?
I think your idea was. Okay, hold on one second. Let me just get in my chair. I think your idea was it was people getting ready, like people who were still alive, getting ready to haunt the place. I'll tell you, I'm not like I like the idea. I'm not like so inspired by it that I.
Well, that's not what it was. There's people who are in a house and they're being haunted. Why are you laughing?
Because well, that's not what it was.
You might like it if you knew what it really was.
Yeah.
It's people who live in a house and they're being haunted, and then they find out because they get in touch with like psychics and shit. Oh, the psychic.
I'm going away far from here.
All right, I'm gonna have to cut that all out.
No. You're gonna put the sound effect there too.
I'm going.
Anyway, and then so he's like, "You guys are haunting this house because you're going to die in it," and they're like, "What?" And then the whole thing changes because now like it turns into like how they're gonna die in this house. And they also get context clues from the hauntings.
I'll tell you, like, I do like it. It's just I don't really feel like I'm in the space to riff on it, right now.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit too. We know where we're going.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to set out with so much of a roadmap.
Right.
I'd rather think of like a kind of like cool title that might not really evoke anything immediately, and then kind of just see what that brings us.
Okay, go.
Well, should we just text each other a bunch?
Oh, I hate that. Why can't you just say it out loud?
because this is the traditional way we've always done it. But okay, Earthworm Hymn, the clock that never stopped. My Adam's apple has legs.
Well, why don't we send it inside the text?
Because I'm sitting like 2 feet away from the computer. I got like a good setup.
So really,
but we could text on our
you.
phone. What's the problem with texting on our phone?
I don't know. Because that's 2 feet away from me.
All right. Well, then let's just keep doing it like this.
All right, go.
Well, you go too.
The shoe that never fit.
Dog.
That never barked.
Clown car.
That had no driver.
What about clown car?
That's the name of it? I don't like clowns. I don't want to go there.
A clown clit.
Clown clits. Oh my god, it's like a big red nose.
If the red shoe fits, you've got the clown clit.
Clown car.
You like clown car? I like clown car.
It's a crazy word when or whatever it is when you say it. Clown car.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jerry, what kind of movie do you want to watch?
Clown car.
Yes.
Oh my god, I see it all.
All right, well, just get us started.
Okay. So we start off in like a ShopRite. Can we say ShopRite? Or right
Yeah,
shops?
we could say ShopRite just over and over again for 90
Do we
minutes.
get demonetized if you say stuff like that?
We're not monetized.
We're trying, man. We're trying.
We're mollyatized.
Oh. Oh. Jesus. That was mango and pot smoke.
Yeah, that's the essence of Molly.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're in a ShopRite, and the camera's going down the aisles, and it's just looking around. The camera's going down the aisles, and it sees it passes like a bunch of you can get a sense that like there's like health freaks there, kind of.
Health freaks. Yeah. Why? Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right. Yeah. Okay. No. We're going down. We're going down the aisles.
So I imagine that this is like a camera strapped to like a moped that's just zooming around the shop, right?
We're just going down all the aisles, flying down.
Are people responding to this point of view, or is it just like?
No, I'm sorry. All right. I got the giggles for some reason for a second. I'm done with them. All right. So we're going down the aisles. It's like Steadicam, we're just walking down the aisles smoothly, and then we come across.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, no, scratch that. I hate that. That's so stupid. All right, it just starts off. It starts off with a wide shot, in like a stark wide shot of like the fluorescent lights. It's like really
Okay.
You hear the buzzing. It's
So
like
we're looking at the ceiling.
No, we're just a wide shot of the fruit section of a shopping mart.
Okay. The
Okay.
shopping mart.
The ShopRite. The right mart.
Right there. Go on.
And now we see this guy. He's like, how can you explain? He's like late 50s or maybe 50s, middle 50s, like stringy, greasy, long hair. Like he used to be a rocker kind of looking guy, He's got like these cheekbones. One of these type.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And so he's working there. And
he works there. Okay.
Yeah, he works there because maybe he just got out of jail or something, and he's like one of those people.
What kind of people?
That just got out of jail.
Okay. Yeah.
And now they're working at the shopping mart. And
Okay, fair enough.
So
I can never work at Stop and Shop again because I quit without giving 2 weeks notice. So they told me that they're gonna put me in a computer, and they'll never hire me again.
That's why your picture's on the wall when you're at the one in Chester?
No.
Oh, yes it is.
No, it's not. That's because I did such a good job shopping.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this man is standing
So this
there?
guy, yeah. And he's looking and we see him. We see him like packing like the fruit. He's like taking off the little cart he's pushing around and putting it on the thing. He's by like the strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
And but then we see that he's like in like a stare, and the camera's kind of like zooming in a little bit on where that he's just staring off, and then we see what he's looking at, and it's like a hot like health food girl, like she's in spandex and she's like shopping like for granola or something.
Sure.
And he's just staring at her ass, and she's just sitting there shopping for granola, and has no idea that he's staring at her ass. And he's just looking at her. And then we look back at him. And now we see his hands. And he's opening the packets of...
Of what? Bananas?
Bananas don't come in packets. What the fuck?
Well, that's what I call peels.
Peels? Oh, is that like a pre-cut banana they sell?
Yeah. It's pre-cuts, They keep them behind the register. It sounds like you got hit by the clown car. Come on.
Okay. Hold on. All right. Oh yeah, happy birthday. That's what I've been trying to say to you for like
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to say that to you in person for the last 4 days.
Well, all right. So he's
looking at her, and then we see him opening up the packets of strawberries that he's been putting on the shelf. It's not. Well, where to put how the fruit is flat. You can.
Yeah, sure.
Those little shelves that are flat. They're not too high.
Yeah.
So he's like putting it. Now he's opening the package and he's putting them in his mouth.
What fruit is this?
Strawberries.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's putting them in his mouth while staring at her ass, and she's still shopping. And we're getting close-ups of her hand touching granola.
Wait. It gets more and more intense. One goes into his mouth after the other. We keep getting closer on her ass. We keep getting closer on his mouth. And then we pull in real tight on her ass and... and,
No. So but he's like, okay, so we see, and we think he's going to eat the strawberries, but he's licking them. He's like putting them in his mouth, and he's taking them back and putting them back into packages. And he keeps doing that, and he keeps doing it, and he keeps licking everything. And then finally he's what?
It's just very silly.
Yeah. So then and then the last one, the girl turns around and she looks at him, and all of a sudden his boss, it's like a shot where we see her looking at him, and all of a sudden we rack focus, so it's really close focus, and his boss comes into view, and he goes, Kato.
Yeah.
He goes, Kato, what are you doing? And he goes, packing the strawberries, sir. He goes, all right, I need you to hurry up because there's a spilling.
Lick those berries and get back here.
There's a
We got milk for you to lick.
Yeah, he's like, because there's a spill in aisle 9. He's like, didn't you hear? Oh, yeah, and over this whole time, you probably heard something over the intercom, in the background, but it kind of, melded with, the weird foreboding
Oh, it
sounds.
started to become, sexy mute. It started, spill in aisle 4, and then it goes, spill in aisle 4, and then it goes, spill in aisle 4, and it starts getting, sexy as he's staring at
so,
his butt.
because I was thinking on the last, really juicy, disgusting slob of the strawberry, across the screen it says clown car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of different different colors and different lettering.
Exactly.
And we see a little cartoon car drive past it, and there's a clown that's huge and half sticking out of it.
Yeah, and it kind of just like pops like a balloon and disappears, and it's like, we're still there.
Wait! It pops and it's just blood all over the screen, and then it fades to red to the boss yelling.
Okay, yeah, I like that even better.
Yeah.
But like as it's fading to red, it's kind of like pulsating, and we see still the image behind like what we just saw on the credits of him like sucking on the strawberry. Anyway,
yeah. But
then it goes full red, and then fades back, and the boss is like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And then what happened?
Yes. Oh, and then she turns back at him and like kind of giggles at him, but like in a mocking way, and he looks pissed off.
Yes.
So then he
because he
goes
was
over.
he was belittled in front of by the boss too.
Yeah.
And that really, we can tell it. Okay, so now he's walking up to aisle 9 to go clean up. And,
so he's walking up and
he okay.
He goes to aisle 9 and he sees that there's not just one spill, but there's a bunch of spills, and he looks at the end of the aisle, and for just half a second it looks like he sees a clown like running, like knocking a piece of like a carton of milk over and running out of the aisle, but it's like just fast enough that he could kind of say maybe it's my imagination.
Yeah, and then we do like a vertigo zoom on him, where like the background comes in as we go forward on him, and he's like, and then all of a sudden there's a flash, and he's transported back to a flashback to a dramatic event now.
Ooh,
that got him in prison.
I
have to go with it, so go.
Okay, yeah, all right. Well, tell me what it is.
Well, he's now flashing back, and he sees, he's walking with a man. He's a child.
Well, wait, what'd he do as a child that got him to go to prison? That he's just getting out now in his 50s.
Oh my God, that's really intense. What could it be?
I don't think there's anything that a child could do that would result in... Well, no, I guess that's true. Sometimes children are tried as adults. Maybe they... I don't know, man.
Oh my God,
really
Okay, so he's at the oh my God, he's at the fun house. You know that ride with all those fucking mirrors you always walk into and shit.
You know what? Can I just say, I think if there's a connection to the circus, we shouldn't give it away quite yet. Like, we shouldn't... I think we should hint... We should give the trauma, but we should keep the circus element out. So tell what you're going to say, but I might edit it a little bit after.
But I was going to say, he was in the clown house, and he started, he's going around the clown house, and then he feels like he's getting stalked by these, like, really by clowns, and he keeps thinking that they're people who work there. But they're not. And then he's like, there's like several of them. There's like maybe like 10 of these clowns like going after him. And he's starting to freak out. And then he finds a way to lock the area where all the clowns that he sees are in. And then he pushes over this water bucket, and it hits the electricity, and it sets a huge fire. And he runs out of the thing, and he like looks at the place, and he's like, yes, I killed all the clowns. But it turns out he was just crazy, and those are all just children.
Okay, yes. So let me add a few things to that. I actually like that. I'm not going to even suppress the clown part. Here's the thing. He wasn't in prison. He was...
I didn't say that. I said it... what did I say? Go back in the books. I didn't know what I said.
Don't worry about it. So, like, okay, no. So that happened. He was under some kind of... he's been under some kind of psychiatric care since then. I actually want to add, too, that it wasn't just that there were clowns. Yeah. You know what? Can we actually hold off on this part? I don't want to establish this part of him so much yet. I don't want to like establish a clear connection with him in the circus yet, or him in the clowns, or even I don't know. I just feel like we could have more fun being a little bit more mysterious. We're only a couple minutes into this, you know?
Yeah. Well, maybe it doesn't even turn out to be anything like that.
Okay, do another, you know.
Oh, well, can we just go where we've been going? Remember, we have to go forward, never back.
Well, no, I know. Well, we never do that. We often go back.
Okay. Hey, man, happy birthday.
I would say let's just keep going. Let's skip the flashback for now. I don't think we've earned it yet.
All right.
I simply don't think we've earned it.
Jeez, you're so annoying. Okay.
All right. So I think what it really comes down to is he just cleans all this milk. There's like another little indignity. Like we're kind of montaging through the day.
Okay. Yeah. So he sees the spill, and he's like, "Wait, what?"
Wait. Let's just get out of this scene.
I had an idea though of new characters and ways to go.
Okay. All right. Let me pitch my idea first.
Okay.
And then you can veto it if you want, and then you can pitch yours, okay?
Okay. Uh-oh.
Okay. What?
My screen went off. Hold on. You still hear me?
That's okay. Yeah, I can still hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's like one more indignity. Like like you know, we're kind of speeding through the day. He's cleaned up. He's getting ready to leave. The boss says some dickhead thing to him, gives him a hard time, and it's nighttime. He just closed the store, and now he's standing outside, hitchhiking home because he doesn't have a car. That's when one car slows down, looks at him, and then speeds off because he's so creepy. He's like, "Fuck!" And then he like pulls out a joint, starts smoking, and then a clown car pulls up. Opens up the window. Yeah, opens up the window. A really like cartoonish clown pops his head and leg out the window and says, "Need a ride?" And he goes, "Fuck you, freak." And he goes, "Okay, don't let the wolves get you." And he drives off. Then we cut. We do like a elapsed time. We show like 2 hours have passed. A couple cars slow down and speed off again. And finally, we just see, this is like zoomed back, the clown car pulls up again. And now, just exhausted, he goes in. Now him and the clown are driving down the highway together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think? Should we go from here?
I hate it.
You do?
Yes. I see other stuff.
Okay.
No. I mean, if you love it.
I think it's an interesting way to go. So
How about we ease into it, like you said? I don't want to give it right away. It's a little too fast right there.
a little too fast. Okay. All right.
I think
so. Let's. Yeah.
He's hitchhiking, and the first guy, doesn't pick him up because there's like a young couple or whatever, and she's like, and they're like, "Oh my God, wait, I gotta just fix onto the back seat," and then they just speed off real quick because he like steps out for a second, and then he's like, "Oh man," and then he's just walking, and all of a sudden the car does pull over, and it's like an old Cadillac, and there's a guy in it. He just looks like a normal guy. And he kind of looks like maybe like a business guy or something from like the 40s. Okay. And he's like, "You need a ride?" What does he say to him? What did you said before? Watch out for them wolves out there.
Yeah.
He said, "You might as well get in and give you a ride there." And so he's like, fine. He gets in and they're driving. He's like, "Where are you headed?" And he's like, says where he lives. He's like, "Oh my God, you walk, what was that, 20 miles every day?" to work, back and forth? And he goes, yes,
Yeah.
sir, just about. He goes, golly, I used to walk. Come on,
No,
Ellie.
go.
He goes,
No, I'm in.
how
thrill.
about,
I'm
okay,
in-
how about you're the
enthralled.
guy? I'm the car guy. I'm the new guy.
Okay.
Golly,
Yeah.
I used to have to walk 20 miles just to get all the cattle into the ranch.
You all right? You all right, sir?
Yeah.
Are you
And
okay?
he just starts laughing hysterically.
Who starts laughing hysterically?
The guy driving.
You're driving.
Yeah. I'm talking as a narrator to you, or subtext.
What are you talking about, man? Listen, you seem crazy. And I don't need more crazy. Can you let me out? Listen, man, I got a knife on me.
Calm down, man. I'm just in character. I'm practicing. You don't even know. I didn't get to tell you where I'm going.
You an actor or something?
No, I'm graduating clown school. Reach under your seat.
I don't wanna.
And then he reaches on the seat for him.
Wait, what? Who does?
Me!
Jesus. Listen, man, let me out or I'm gonna fucking cut you up.
And then he goes faster and faster.
Jesus Christ.
Are you
Okay.
corpsing?
All right.
You-
So now he's speeding. He's speeding. Our main guy. What's our main guy's name? You said it. It was Kato. Kato's
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Because he can't get the door
So
open.
Kato pulls out the knife. I think at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and he goes to stab. He goes to stab the driver, and the driver pulls his hand up, and he's got like.
Oh, it's a fake
big-
hand?
Yeah. It's a big white glove, like a clown hand. And he looks
Yeah,
at
yeah.
him
Oh,
laughing,
oh.
and it stabs through it. He goes, "I wouldn't do that. You stab me, we're both gonna die." And then he pulls the arm away to show that it's a fake hand.
Well, okay, can I add to that? So he
Yeah.
goes, he like stabs at him, and he puts, he's like blocking with his hand. But every time he stabs, he like stabs a finger, and a finger pops because they're balloons,
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just laughing
Yeah.
hysterically even more and going faster and faster.
Yeah. So how's Kato responding to this?
Well, I think he should be up against the passenger window,
Yeah,
looking
he's starting to
at-
vomit
Really?
because they're going. Yeah, because they're going
Oh, yeah.
faster
Yeah, how about-
than a car can go.
Yeah, and it shows that they're like
it's almost like a spaceship, like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
fast they're going.
and they're like just like left, right, left. He's just like all over the road. So yeah,
Yeah,
he's
and outside the windows, it's just like blurred colors, even the windshield.
Yeah. And he's vomiting, and he actually vomits on the driver, and he just laughs even harder.
Yeah, the driver thinks that's funny, and then in turn vomits back onto him. But it's all confetti.
Oh yeah. It's like that rainbow vomit.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Then they get to their destination.
And then it all just stops, kind of like the Willy Wonka when they're on the boat.
I fell asleep to Willy Wonka.
What? Like in the beginning's boring, I guess.
I wasn't into it.
That's crazy.
Well, just steal the imagery. It'll be new to me.
Steal imagery?
So they stop. Where do they get? I mean, we got to think a little bit. It can't be. I mean, the carnival seems cliche, but also
How about he just stops, and then it's all of a sudden the car is on in the middle of a field, and it's running. The headlights on. It's dark out. There's kind of dust, and there's no one in the car but him. What?
No, there is. The businessman's in the car. He has his neck slit, and there's
Oh.
nothing. And
Yes. Yes, because
And-
yes, of course.
Yes, and Kato is just holding the knife.
The bloody knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he drops the knife and freaks out and runs.
Yeah, he runs.
But then we see him run, and then he stops, and then he
Mm-hmm.
looks back, and it's just we see like a wide shot of like the car in the field with the headlights on and like the crickets, and then back to
And a-
Kato, and then
Yeah.
he runs back to the car, and he takes the body out. He puts the body in the trunk, and then he gets back in the car and he drives away. And then the camera we just we get a shot of the car just like fading off into the dark distance.
Yeah.
And then what?
Yeah.
And then now he's now we're in the car with him, and he's like speeding, and the windows are open, and the wind's blowing in his hair, and he's like freaking out, kind of. He's like like pacing pacing back and forth in his seat, and then he like opens up the glove box. He's like looking around, and he finds cigarettes, and he puts one in his mouth, and he lights a cigarette, and he's like freaking out. We can tell he's like talking to himself in his head.
Wait, the cigarette blows up in his face like in a cartoon, and there's just
Oh
black
my
all-
god!
black,
Oh yeah.
all over
Sorry,
his-
you're gonna have to lower those levels. I felt like it blew up my face. Oh my god. Okay, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. so then
No.
so then he's driving.
So he's driving. I think it should come.
He's nervous. He turns on the radio, and we hear.
I was gonna say it shouldn't come.
Dun.
Oh, okay. And he's like, "What the fuck? Who is this fucking guy?" And he opens up a glove box to kind of like find like who he is,
Yeah, he pulls over and opens up the glove box now.
Oh no! I think that he should still be like driving. He pulls
Okay,
over, opens
yeah.
up the glove box, and the cigarettes fall out. He puts one in his mouth, and now he's got it between his teeth. As he's driving with his knees, and he's going through his insurance papers and stuff, trying to find out his name and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's got the
Yeah.
cigarette in his mouth, and he's like, "Who the fuck are?" And he's talking through his teeth. He's like, "I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are." He's like, "What the hell is this?" And he's like looking through, and he can't. He's like trying to like see it, and he's like swerving off the road, and a car comes by, and the bright lights, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" And he's like, "Oh," and he puts the papers down for a second. He takes he finds a lighter, and he lights the cigarette, and it blows up in his face, and then the car spins out and goes into a ditch.
Yeah.
And the trunk is open now. When he wakes up, and he sees the trunk is open.
So now he grabs the body and he's gonna drag it into the woods. No,
Yeah.
because he needs to be okay. He does that, and he keeps hearing something behind him, like the whole time.
Wait.
He's
So
yeah.
the car went off the road into the ditch. The trunk was open, and then he just he saw the body, and he just started panicking and drag it to the woods immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. So now he's in the woods.
But he's trying to get deep in the woods.
And as he's going into the woods, like cars are like kind of passing every like very few like very every once in a while, and like every time a car comes by, he ducks.
Yeah, but now he's deep in the woods, and it keeps sounding like something is slowly following him.
Oh, like brush.
Yeah,
Russell,
and then finally, after like 2 minutes of that, a bright light comes on, and it's like fuck, because you think this is the cop, the like a cop's flashlight, and then another comes on right next to it, and then you turn around, and it's the headlights of the car. The car is following him.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he walks up to the car, and he goes, "What the fuck?" He drops the body, and then we see a tongue come out from under the hood of the car, and it laps up the body and brings it into the hood and eats him.
No, I got a better direction.
How could it be better than that? Because wait, I know it doesn't sound that good, but picture and imagine seeing it in a movie.
It would be crazy in a movie, yeah. But listen.
Yeah, but that's what we're making here, baby.
But I think. I don't know. Do you mind if I take a second and go get a donut?
I think you should do that.
Ow. Okay, hold on a second.
Hello, what's up?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of donut did you get?
It's a powdered sugar jelly. Jelly powder. Powdered sugar jelly.
Damn, where from?
I don't know. The store where I'm shopping.
All right, let me try to listen to it just by hearing it.
Wait, I just told you.
Is it? No, wait. What do you mean? You told me it was from the store.
Oh, but I told you what kind it was.
Yeah, but I want to try to hear what store it's from just by you chewing on it. Is it C&G in Worley Heights?
Oh my god. How do you do this?
No, I can just hear it.
It's like,
That's not even near where you live, too.
I know. I did that
Yeah,
on purpose.
That's pretty cool.
It's like you
Okay.
and my mouth have something going on.
Hey, hey, come on. It's Father's Day. So a tongue comes out of the car, laps up the body.
Oh, it's okay.
And then
so
the
when
hood
I was
opens up. The hood has teeth and starts chewing the body.
Okay.
And then we look at the car. It's white with polka dot rainbow
Oh, come on.
dots all over it.
You see, I was gonna. Oh my god! I just found out why the movie is named like this. Why the movie is named Clown Car. And amazing things. Listen. Listen. He goes off the road. The trunk opens up. When he comes to, he sees the trunk is open, and the body is now been flung several feet away from him, maybe like 100 feet, in like the weeds. He can see it clearly. You know, it's just the body laying there in like the weeds, and like, you know, there's dust in the air and everything, and it's still night out, and he's like, oh my god, and he's like kind of dazed, and then a cart pulls up. And it's a young couple, not the same one before, a different one. And they're like, "Oh my God, are you okay? We saw everything. Your car spun out." And they're like trying to help him. And the whole time he's like, "Oh fuck! Like I don't want them to see the body." And we keep seeing him looking at the body, you know, laying there, and they don't notice it obviously because they're still like worried about him. And he's like, "Is anybody with you?" He's like, "No." And they're helping him. And then all of a sudden, the girl, she finds the guy, and she goes, "Oh my God, I found the other passenger." And he's like, "Oh my God!" And he runs over. He goes, "I thought you said you were alone." And they're going to, you know, they take him over and flip him over, and he's like, you know, obviously dead. He's got like his throat slit, and she's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "This is insane." He's like, We gotta call the cops." And then they get up and they turn around, and Kato is there, and he's like, "You're not going anywhere," and he starts stabbing them.
Okay, yeah.
And now 3 bodies are laying there, and now he starts shoving the bodies in the trunk. You see where I'm going with this?
Yes,
slowly
like a clown car.
becoming a clown car.
Yes,
And now
yes.
his mission is to get rid of this car, but other calamities happen along the way.
Well, let's make that happen instead of saying that happen.
Oh, you're gonna edit that part out.
Okay, all right. But also, we've already had some kind of supernatural clowny stuff happen.
Wait, what happened?
Remember?
Well,
When he was stabbing the guy and his fingers were balloons and all that?
oh, well, I just figured that was his hallucination.
I don't
But also,
think
you're
so.
right, because this clown car is now in his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, who was the mysterious traveling salesman?
Yeah. And also, we have to bring back all this work humiliation. We got to remember to circle around back to
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh, there's a lot of revenge coming.
Yeah. So now he's got 3 bodies and a car. Things are okay, though. I mean, like, the cops don't know any of these people are dead. Now
True,
the other car is
But I was
missing,
gonna.
though.
Yeah, the other car is sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah.
How about we
yeah.
make him smart enough to do something about that?
Well, maybe we don't. And he pulls off,
Oh,
and then we
wait
can
a
see
minute.
in the background, he sees cops pulling up to that car.
Wait, okay, I agree with you there, but hear me out for one more thing. This is where it gets like really like, you know, it would be fun to have this in a movie because like the tension keeps rising when you think it was supposed to be falling. So as he's, you know, stuffs them in the trunk, now he like is ready to go, but then he looks back in the rear view and he sees their car. He's like, oh my god, fuck, how could I forget about the car? So he gets back out and he's like, he looks around and he sees a dense woods, like, you know, a couple 100 feet in the distance, which, you know, still off the road. He's like, okay, I'll just drive it in there. So he's going to get in the car, and another fucking car pulls up, and they're like, oh my god, are you guys okay? And
Okay, yeah.
he's like, no, everything's fine. She's like, oh no,
Yeah.
I live near here. I have service. Do you have service? And she, she's like talking him up
And
and
then,
everything.
so then he just gets out of the car right away and just stabs the guy right in the middle of the head.
Oh yeah, I was seeing it was a mother and like her 2 kids.
Oh, let's not kill kids.
Well, it's a clown car. Okay, it's a husband and wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're like really sweet. Like you would love that. Just like have pie with them. And
yeah, he's like, actually, can I make the call? And then when he gets to her, he just stabs her in the head. Then the husband gets out, and he just, you know that thing that everyone talked about in school, where if you palm someone in the nose, like,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
right?
You think,
why did
yeah.
everyone know that? And is it true?
I don't think it's true.
Wait, just to clarify for the one viewer, the one listener, if you take the palm of your
Well,
hand,
let's not. In case
and
it is true, we shouldn't be
jab
giving
it-
advice on how they kill people.
put the palm of your hand and you jab it up into someone's nose from their nostrils up towards their eye, and supposedly pushing the cartilage into. Well, that's because it happened a lot in early to mid '90s movies, starring mostly like. Oh my God, they did it in Broken Arrow like 4 times, I think.
Did they? I don't know. I think my dad told me that was like.
Yeah, because we saw it in movies, and it was a hit in the movies. So was neck breaking. Remember, people used to get their necks broken left and right.
Oh, people still get their neck twisted in movies and shit.
Really?
That shit.
Oh,
Movies aren't
okay,
as good as they used to be.
dude, that's what he does now. How about a little bit of neck twisting?
How about this? He stabs the one lady in the head, and then he just bites this guy's throat off.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Seeing a little more craziness coming out of him.
Yeah,
And
so
and
now
then so he kills them, and then their bodies fall, and then now we get a wide shot of him standing there in between the 3 cars with the lights on, and you just hear the motors running and the crickets, and then it's just like, it's kind of like comedic, and then we see him, and it's like and now he has to get rid of these fucking 3 cars. No, he's 2 cars now. He's got to throw. So he brings the 2 cars into the woods. He successfully dumps them down the little hill that's there, and then he gets back into the clown car. And now, what? He's got 4 bodies in there? 5? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
Wait, but now
5.
I think the cops pull up,
Yeah, of course. Now,
and I think this is.
well, they see him getting off the road.
No. They see him coming back out into the woods,
Oh, really?
and they want him to open up the trunk, and they want to search his car.
Well,
and he's
yeah, they're like-
listen, I'm.
oh, yeah. So he sees them waiting by his car as he's like walking out of the woods, and he's like, "Oh my god!" So he's and they have the light on him already. So he's walking towards them, and they're like, "What you doing in the woods there?" He's like, just using the toilet." He's like, "Oh, really? It's kind of far a walk for a toilet." He's like,
That's also illegal.
shy." What?
That's also illegal to admit that to the cop. Like,
Huh?
But go on.
He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, sorry, I'm shy. He's like, well, why don't you come on up out of that ditch, boy?
I think what he says is like, I was just feeling a little nauseous, and I thought I needed to get some air. And they're like, mm-hmm. And then they were like, you been drinking? And he's like, no. And they're like, just driving around thinking you might puke your brains out? I think we got to take a look at inside your car. He's like, that won't be necessary, sirs. And they go, mm-hmm. Why don't you pop the trunk open? And he's like, no, come on. I'm a hardworking man. I just need... And they're like, pop the trunk open. And he goes, no. And the cop kind of reaches for his gun.
Yeah.
And at that point, he stabs the cop in the neck. And the cop starts freaking. The other cop gets out and shoots him. He shoots him in the arm, and his arm pops like a balloon. And he looks at it as surprised as any of them.
Yeah.
Like, not a balloon, like a firecracker with, like, confetti popping out. And then
Oh, wait.
he... Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then another, you know those like noisemakers that unravel?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
a piece of paper, and then his arm comes out. A new arm comes out like that, and he starts walking towards the other cop. And okay, what happens next?
The arm that unraveled out grabs the one,
Yeah.
the other cop on top of the head. And
Does it unravel all the way to him?
Yeah, and the other one unravels.
Okay, that's cool.
No, I'm stealing that from Beetlejuice.
Fuck it.
So the other one unravels out with the knife, and there's a knife on the other end. And the one that grabbed the top of his head holds his head, and the knife is in front of him now, and his head is being held. And the hand that's holding the top of his head twists his head so that the knife, as he gets stabbed in the throat, his head is twisted. So instead of the knife going around his neck, the neck is going around the
It's
knife.
like a can opener. It's like an automatic can opener.
Yeah, exactly. So the knife is steady, but he uses the guy to slice his own neck.
So I got an idea. He puts the two cops in the back seat, and then like he looks at the car. He's like, I don't want to bring the cop car, but then he realizes like all this clown shit's happening. So what he does is he opens the trunk, and then he puts the cop car in the trunk of the car.
Yeah. And it's a really cool illusion where like he just like walks up to it and like picks it up. You know how forced perspective?
Yeah. Well, he's able to like crunch it in, but like it's almost like it's like a balloon consistency.
No,
you
it'd be
know?
really cool because he'll be standing by the trunk of his car and he'll look back in like the slight, a couple hundred feet away where the cop car is, and he'll be like, oh God, because we'll see him looking at the cop car, which is smaller in the scene, but then all of a sudden he walks towards it and it's already small. You know what I'm saying? It was forced perspective, but it wasn't forced perspective.
That is cool, but the whole idea is it's not small and he's still able to get it in because that's like what a cop car does. I mean, a clown car does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the magic is the clown car, not the outside of it.
Yeah. But now he's got some of that magic. He's got some of these clown qualities.
Even better. So we'll just get a side profile of the trunk of the car open, of the clown car.
Yeah.
And he just drives up to it. We'll see him in the car. Now we're like in front of him, like the car is, the camera's on the hood. He's driving up to it. We see him looking at the open trunk. And then now we're at the side view of the whole thing. And he just drives up and into it,
He drives the cop car into the clown car?
Yeah, he just drives right into the trunk. Like in real life, we'll film it as the car is in front of the cop car, obviously, and he just drives right behind it. But from the way it's angled, it looks like he goes right into the trunk.
Yes, okay.
And it's a funny thing,
Yeah, I like it. And he pops out.
And then he comes out. And like, as he's like closing the hood, you see like the lights from the cop car flashing, inside the hood, inside the trunk. And then he closes the hood.
Okay, so now he's driving. He puts on the radio. The radio starts talking to him in the clown voice, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that should be like how he communicates.
Yeah, it's like...
Or no.
And it's...
No. How about? Did he maybe somehow leave the first body in the backseat, and he can talk to him?
No, but maybe when he gets back to the car, it's sitting in the front seat.
Yeah. He goes, yeah.
Okay.
I see you're learning quickly.
And maybe it's made up like a clown. Okay, yes, it is made up like a clown, and he just goes, "Just drive, I'll explain." And I don't know why I'm doing like, I can't. Just drive, I'll explain. It's hard not to do like a. Just drive, I'll explain.
No.
Just drive, I'll explain.
That's a horse.
I was trying to do Nixon that last time.
Yeah, it's a thin line.
Um,
Were you just going to say, all right, I have to edit that out?
just drive, I'll explain.
Yeah, you got to throw high pitches and low pitches. Just drive.
Just drive, I'll explain.
No, you
there
don't.
it is.
You need to go to clown school. Can I do it for you?
Okay.
Just drive. I'll have to explain.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly it. That's really good.
And then he laughs hysterically.
And so,
yeah. I was gonna say every time he laughs really hard, like a balloon pops or something.
yeah. So he's like, what the hell's happening to me? He's like, nothing's happening to you. You're happening to the night.
And then he goes, "Sorry, I."
All right, take it easy. Can't say that. I don't know, but anyway, so what does this clown explain to him?
The clown explains to him that
this is the clown car.
Yeah,
and it's the most magical place on earth.
Well, I was gonna say
You're the most magical boy on earth.
We learn in this little ride now that the clown in his realm is in major trouble because he was about to go back without a full clown car.
I love that.
And now he's like, "You have to help me fill the car."
And he's like, "Well, you already got
You gotta get a fucking cop car in the back seat.
He's like you already got 7 bodies, and he's like, "Oh no, just 6. You see, the first one was an illusion. I can't come to Earth quite yet." And then he goes,
I know, even though I don't believe it.
"On my planet, cars eat cars, and clowns help people."
Okay.
This is a terrible story.
This is really good. I'm enjoying it. I can see it all in my head. So now he learns.
Wait, what kind of trouble is he in?
What? We just discussed that.
You said in his realm he's in some kind of trouble.
Yeah, because he slacked off and forgot to get a full clown car. It's like some goofy ass shit. I don't know. They're fucking clowns.
But then he's like, "But who are you in trouble with?" He goes, "The devil." I don't know.
No, that was terrible.
No.
You're gonna have to edit that out. Delete it.
I will edit it out. But you have to flesh that out a little bit more about his realm and the rules there. You know?
He goes, and he like kind of like as Kato's driving, the clown now jumps up to like right next to him, like on the profile of him, you know, and he's like almost like licking his face. He's like, "In my world." No, why am I talking like the Crypt Keeper now? I've lost my clown abilities because of you.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll just imagine the old voice. We'll do the Crypt Keeper voice for now.
In my world, I was supposed to return the car full. I am the queen.
That's good enough.
Oh my god. Yeah. So then he goes, "I'll tell you why. Because in my realm," and he falls back, and now he's a clown, but the clown's dressed as the Queen of England for some reason.
Okay. No, I don't know about that.
Yeah. And then he goes,
I don't think that has a lot of juice.
all right, it's in the works. But he just tells him that, what?
I think we can leave it just what you said. Like he was supposed. He's like I borrowed the which is what you said. He like one must always keep their clown car full.
He goes, why can't you return the clown car empty? He goes, because it's a clown car.
I like that.
Yeah, and it gets really serious and dark and like really scary for a second. Like, there's no humor in that scene.
But why does he need Kato to be killing these people for him? Why can't he do it? And Kato's slowly turning into a clown, it sounds like. Or getting clown powers, anyway.
Well, because he was on his way to gather the bodies. Kato was his first person he was going to put in the car as for the clown car, but then Kato killed him and ruined.
But remember that whole thing is like
his Earth body.
But he could. Kato couldn't kill him because he had clown powers, and then it seemed like Kato was just crazy and just killed this guy.
How about
I think this guy's not real. He never had a body.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, we don't know that. Don't say that yet.
This was just a psychic projection, so that Kato could be possessed by the clown.
Yeah.
I don't know, and so the clown explains that in words that Kato could understand.
He explains that?
In words Kato could understand.
No,
because I think we can do that with the whole. There's already 7 bodies. He's like, 6. You see, this one was just an illusion, so that we could bond.
Happy Father's Day, baby.
Happy Father's Day, you little bitch. So now Kato. Kato's like, "Fuck you! I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it." And he's like,
"I'm not killing any more people." He goes, "Oh, what's the matter? Did you forget what you used to do when you were a baby?"
He killed people when he was a baby. Tell me what he used to do when he was a baby. Killer Baby. That's a good movie.
And he goes, "I've gotten help. I'm not that person anymore." And he goes, "Then why are there 7 dead bodies in the trunk?"
He goes, "Tell that to the strawberries."
Tell that to the strawberries.
He's like, "That boss of yours."
He goes, "I knew it."
You haven't thought of killing him?
He goes, "You don't think I saw you?" He goes, "I knew that was you. I saw." Because remember, he thought he saw a clown running.
He goes, I knew that was you when you were staring at my ass.
He goes, "That's right. And I also saw you get belittled in front of your future dead wife."
Well, technically, everyone's wife or future wife is their future dead wife.
He goes, "Really?"
What?
Hold on. Okay. He goes, "Really?" Like, he doesn't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Maybe he just says future wife, not future dead wife.
Okay. He goes, "I saw you getting belittled in front of her."
She could be yours.
She could be. He goes,
"But I need a full clown car."
Yeah.
And he goes, "All right." All right, but I know who's next, and he drives to his boss's house.
Yeah, because the clown is saying more stuff. He's like, to convince him. He's like, it's just going to continue and continue. And he goes, until
And
I do
continue.
something about it. And he goes, that's right.
Oh yeah, he's like, you'll be belittled, and you'll become so small that you'll disappear.
Right
I
in
can
front of
make
you.
Future dead wife.
Your future corpse of a wife. And he's like, God damn, you're sick, you clown. And he goes, So then he drives. Oh, yeah, okay.
In my world, this is normal. This is being a normal guy.
Who says that?
The clown.
Okay.
Okay. Listen. I don't have performance enhancing drugs.
You get what you get with me.
You giggly bitch.
All right. So then, now I think it'd be funny if we cut to the boss's house and he's doing something ridiculous because he lives by himself. He's a nerd. Like, what would he be doing?
Yeah. He's painting pewter little statues.
Okay.
He's masturbating.
Or I kind of like that. Like, we'll start off with like a really
He's
like
masturbating the pewter statues.
Oh my god, that'd be great. So like, we start off with the
Wait,
really.
but it's not like fantasy pewter statues. It's a model. It's a to scale model of ShopRite, and he's got pewter statues of all the customers, and he's masturbating.
Well, yeah, because how they have those like tiny kitchens nowadays. Like, it's a big rage on the internet.
No, what the hell are you talking about?
They're like miniature. Like, everyone's obsessed with like dollhouse shit, and they're like
Okay.
tiny kitchens that like the stove really works, and you'll see like this like these two huge fingers like cooking eggs, like on this tiny kitchen stove. Anyway, so so we start off with this really magnified eye, just like filling the whole screen, and we hear we hear like him like baby talking very softly to the pewter statues, and then we cut to what he's looking at, and we can see that it's like an eye being magnified by like he's like it's a lens, and then we see what he's looking at, and it's a pewter statue, and it's just with his right hand, and he's like brushing the hair. He's like painting the hair on very carefully, and you can hear him like baby talking to it. Yeah, but then in the background you hear.
So what is he masturbating to?
I don't know. I'm trying to add it for you. It's not working.
Maybe he's just watching TV.
Really? He's not into any weird shit?
I don't know. Whatever you want.
I mean, I liked where you're going with the pewter statues, but just not masturbating.
Okay, yeah, he's just painting pewter statues
Of the ShopRite.
No, Yes, but how? I feel like you can't just get those made custom, but maybe they're not pewter.
I'm thinking just like scale model stuff that he's building himself. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. And can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So have we established anything about Kato's past? Like, because I know we were going to hold off to that, but I feel like the clown kind of referenced something.
Yeah, remember he said, like you used to do as a baby?
So he used to kill people.
Yeah, as a baby.
So we're going to have some kind. Are we going to have any kind of flashback to it, or are we just going to leave it like that?
No, there's got to be something. We'll get to it. Hold on.
Okay.
Where were we now? Oh, yeah, so we're in the boss's place.
Yeah.
Maybe this is
His
where he gets
mansion.
His ShopRite manager mansion. Yeah, and he's like painting these statues, and then come on, help me. So then we see the outside, and we see the car pull up and park out front on the street and turn the lights off.
Yeah, yeah. And then, and Kato gets out, and does he look more clownish now? Maybe his hair is starting to curl.
Maybe he's starting to get rosy cheeks.
Maybe he's getting a little pale.
And maybe his shoes seem a little bit bigger than normal. And he kind of like gets them stuck, like he hits them on the side of the curb or something. But they're not clown shoes yet, you know?
Yeah, this is the only thing is like the slow metamorphosis into a clown has been done. So maybe that doesn't happen.
Well, maybe he doesn't
Like,
turn
maybe
into a clown.
He just gets clown powers.
Yeah. Like, so far,
But-
the
but-
clown is
but
the only
you know what?
clown
You know-
in this is the guy sitting next to him in the seat, you know?
And that guy is slowly becoming more clown looking.
Mm-hmm.
The ghost
Yeah.
that he killed. Yeah. The ghost that I killed. That's the name of a movie.
That's a good one. Write
Or
it down.
that baby killer and your future dead wife are all good movie titles.
Corpse Bride, My Future Dead Wife.
But The Corpse Bride is a movie.
Oh.
It's like a children's movie.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So then he's, what just happened?
So he just got out of the car. He's walking to the boss's house. He's holding a knife. We see the clown. Now it's a clown standing behind him, like rubbing his hands, watching.
Well, you know when you
He's-
comically when you comically look like to the side of someone and then you look on the other side of someone. You know what I'm saying?
No.
When you peek around someone as if they're a wall.
Is this a bit you do?
No, I'm saying you don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
So imagine me just standing there and you standing behind me and you peeking around me as if I'm a wall.
Yeah,
You're hiding you're hiding behind me.
It's-
So he's doing
Yeah.
that as he's walking up the stairs, you know? He's like,
The clown is.
yeah.
I like that. Yes.
He goes-
Oh my
he goes-
God. Listen, I like this movie a lot more now that it's a killer who has an imaginary clown, or perhaps it's from another realm that no one else can see that's following him. That
Yeah.
rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. And so he's going up. He goes, now we push the doorbell. He goes, but wait. He goes, don't. He goes, what? He's like, there's a dog. And
We don't want to hurt the dog.
No, but he notices that there's a dog, and the dog is going to start barking if he sees him.
Yeah.
So he like backs off, and he goes back into the shadows.
Oh, wait. You know what? Listen, we don't want to hurt the dog, but we haven't gotten to know this dog, so we can kill it. And I think I got just the right idea. And he's like, listen, that dog's going to tear me apart. He's like, not if you have bigger teeth than him. And the clown puts his hands in Kato's mouth and stretches.
That's straight up stealing
He's-
from Beetlejuice now. That's two scenes.
No,
We can't do it.
It's not. It's not.
Well, how about he just takes out of his pocket a pair of, fake Dracula teeth? He goes, what the fuck do you want me to do with those? He goes, I want you to open your goddamn mouth and shut up. He goes, that makes...
Wait, no. This is what happens. He's like,
All right, what?
You know what? I like your idea.
And he goes, so he gives him the teeth, and he puts them in his mouth, and we see them go in his mouth, and then they just like meld to his mouth, like they become like these long teeth, like you said, and then those grow into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then the dog jumps at him, and he
Just as
opens
this
his
happens?
mouth, and the dog jumps right into his mouth, and he swallows the dog whole.
Yes.
And then we can see like the dog's face push out through the skin of his belly for a second, go. Meow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the cutest way to kill a dog.
yeah, and then he shits it out.
Oh yeah, because now he's like, and he falls to the ground, and we see him like, and then he's just like,
Wait, no, and the dog is scared and runs off. So we didn't even kill the dog.
and then the clown comes up and goes,
The dog's just covered in blood and shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It goes, "Rum, rum, rum,"
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Runs out
Oh my God,
into
that's
the
amazing.
neighborhood.
and the clown comes
And then,
up.
listen, at the end, let me just say this in case so I don't forget. After the credits, we just cut back
Yes,
to
to
the
the dog.
neighborhood. And now it's morning, and the dog is just running around covered in that guy's blood and shit.
Well, no, it's like a kid outside, and the dog's sitting there in the field, and he goes, "Oh my God!" And the kid runs to the dog, and the dog jumps on the kid, and he's like licking the kid, and the kid's so happy and just rubbing shit and more all over him.
He's like, "Daddy, I found the dog
Yeah.
with chocolate and strawberry all over."
Dad, can we keep him? Can we keep him? And then it ends. But yeah. So he shits out the dog, and then the clown comes up and goes, "You only rent dog."
That's a fucking great title for a movie. Jerry, you're possessed by a clown tonight.
Oh, it's been a while. Sorry.
Okay. So now his ass hurts, so he's like, "Walk it off."
Yeah.
And so he walks it off, and he fits his body through the doggy door because he's a skinny little guy. And now we cut back to the boss's room, and he has begun masturbating to the
The
model
trinkets?
of the store. Yeah. No, just the model. He's just masturbating to the store because he loves ShopRite.
How about he made a? Oh my God, he made a trinket of the girl we saw in the beginning because she's a frequent customer.
I thought that was the clown. Oh yeah.
No.
I
Remember, and he came to like the rescue to like so the guy and then like in the beginning we forgot to say that then he starts like flirting in the background that we don't hear what he's saying.
Yeah. Okay, I like it.
And so now he's like doing his thing to the trinket of the girl, talking to the trinket of him in the health food
under
aisle.
his foot, he's stepping on the trinket of Kato.
Oh, wait a minute, actually.
You have to see. I'm miming all this. As I'm saying.
But listen. I just thought of a crazy idea, a great scene. So he's like, we
Yeah.
see him like, starting to like, we get the sense that he's stroking it as he's looking at these two, and then the camera kind of looks over inside the model world, and we see that there's a model of Kato by the strawberries looking at the trinkets of them. And
Yeah.
then he noticed. We see the camera looking over was him noticing that, and he's like trying to like pay attention. He's like shaking it off, and he's like smiling again. And we see his eyes keep looking over at Kato, and he's like oh. So he like zips back up, and he takes Kato and he moves him. Well, he doesn't zip back up. He just takes Kato and he moves him. He puts him face down like outside of the trinket box,
Yeah.
And then he's like stroking again, looking at the two trinkets of him and the girl, and he like puts them a little closer, and now he's like, oh, now we hear like noises like wet, like, and he's like, now he's got his eyes closed and his head back. He's like, oh, and he looks back down, and the trinket of Kato is staring, is like facing him and looking at him.
Oh my God.
And then he's like, what? And he like kind of like stops, he's like, and he's like, and you see him like, he's like got stuff on his hand, and like the moment's ruined, So he's like looking at his hand full of like all like the lotion, and he's like,
Yeah.
And he's looking at the trinket, and he's like, and he gets up, and now we see him wiping his hand, going to the sink, and he's calling. He's like, Simpson. That's the name of the dog.
That's the name of his dog,
Yeah.
Simpson?
Yeah.
That's a terrible name for a dog.
Simpson. I want to throw in this O.J. Simpson trial theme in there secretly.
Why?
I don't know. Kato Kalin, Simpson.
No, how about
Ron Goldman? Goldman.
no, stop. Who names the fucking dog Goldman?
Such a good name for a dog.
It's got a normal dog's name. Its name is like
Ruffy.
Bonnie.
Bonnie. Yeah. He would. Bonnie or Cheryl.
No. Let's stick with Bonnie.
All right. Okay.
Or Cheryl.
It just popped in my head as such a good idea. Okay. So he's like wiping his hands, like saying, "Bonnie, Bonnie, come here, girl."
Why is he calling the dog right after his ruined orgasm?
Because I don't know, it's his like little thing, his pet.
Okay.
And then
Why
he's
not?
like, and then he's always like looking for the dog, and he can't find it, so he goes back in the room and he's like looking around still, wiping his hand, and he looks down. He's looking around. He's like, "Bonnie, but Bonnie," and he looks at the model, and now the model is
Kato with
Kato.
Bonnie coming out of his ass.
No, sure, but my version, I was gonna say we can pick either or after. It was now the trinket of Kato is looks like he's having sex with the girl, and the trinket of the shop owner of the manager is broken in half, and it looks like he's been stabbed in his blood. And he goes,
I don't think.
What
I,
the
I
fuck?
like.
You like-
I like.
you wanna-
I like
"Yeah, you want
Maybe
yeah,
he's
you
just
you
eating.
understand- What?
eating Bonnie.
The trinket,
Yeah.
and it's like actually moving.
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So the trinket is
Wait.
That's
how
again
about
stealing
the
from
trinkets just start
Beetlejuice.
moving. This fucking didn't happen in Beetlejuice.
Yes,
Shut
it
up.
did. He shrunk down to the world.
No one's ever seen Beetlejuice. No, that's not what's happening. Is the statue of Kato just walks over to the statue of the boss and starts fucking stabbing him.
Oh.
And he thinks he's going crazy, and then he go and then
and is
he's-
and is it like claymation, like Jason the Argonauts? You know, the skeletons.
yeah, and then he goes to the bathroom and he throws cold water on his face and he looks in the mirror. And Kato's in the mirror instead of him, and his hands come out and starts choking him. And then the boss pulls back, and that pulls Kato out of the mirror. And then, okay, yeah, and then what happens?
So now the boss is like on the floor, like, you know, crab walking backwards, like, "What's going on, Bonnie?"
And, he goes, "I shit your little dog, and I'm gonna shit you too."
I ate
but
your
this
dog
time
and shit
in
it out.
reverse.
Yeah.
So how's he kill the boss? Oh, maybe the boss grabs he grabs the towel rack and he pulls it off and whacks Kato in the head with it.
Well, exactly. I was gonna say now I think this should be a gateway into having the flashback as a baby that it's a murder baby.
Okay, yeah. So yeah.
So the boss maybe hits him in the head and then he blacks out and has the flashback. Or
Okay,
sh-
tell me about the flashback.
Well, we're gonna speak together about this, honey.
Okay. So maybe the flashback is he's a little baby.
Yes.
No, babies don't kill people.
Well, okay. So how about he's that little kid in the
Okay.
the fun house.
Yeah, but what it is it's Halloween, and there was actually just a family of septuplet boys who are all dressed up like clowns.
Yeah, and there's like a
And,
whole scene in the beginning how they're being assholes to the carny who runs the ride. You know, because they're
Yeah,
all pricks.
yeah.
They're like six.
And the
pricks.
carny is Kato's dad.
The carny is Kato's dad, and Kato is like just he. No, he can't be a carny kid. Yeah, he is. That's why he's all weird and crazy. Because
Well, we don't. Let's not
Kato-
disparage carny folk.
Kato, like he grew up, living on like the different campgrounds for the carnivals, and so he
Sure,
knew
yeah.
he knew the haunted the funhouse like the back of his hand.
Yeah. So yeah, so that happens. He kills all those kids in the funhouse using shards of a broken mirror.
Oh, that'd be great because they're gonna make them such pricks that like the audience is gonna be like, yes, they're burning,
Wait,
and they're
so
gonna make
then
people
what-
love Kato.
what happens is Kato wakes up and he's handcuffed to the sink, and there's like 5 cops, a plainclothes detective, and the boss are all standing there, and you think his goose is cooked, except
The clown is peeking out from. No.
how should he get out of the handcuffs? What's the move there?
Well, because the clown's gonna help him. But
Yeah,
so
but how?
the detectives
It's a
are.
clownish way to do that.
I know, but I'm thinking, so we're gonna work at it. So he's sitting at the table. They're trying to like wake him up. You know, and the cops are like reaming him. They're like, "Sir, do you know what you're being arrested for attempted assault and all this?" And they're saying whatever they're saying. And like, "Sir,
They wouldn't be
are you
bringing him
listening?"
to a table. They would be.
Just taking him out.
Yeah. He would be strapped to a gurney actually because he's unconscious. He has to go to a hospital. But he wakes up just in time, and he's strapped down. But when he's strapped down,
He sees the clown.
his hands and legs turn into snakes and slither away, and then he's able to shimmy off the gurney. He falls to the ground, grows spider legs, crawls back to the bathroom where the boss is. He jumps on the boss, uses his fangs and bites the boss's neck.
This is the clown?
And his normal. No. This is Kato. And then his human arms and legs burst back out, and then the cops come in. They're shooting him, but all the bullets just like, they have like balloon popping effects on him. He grabs a piece of broken glass from the mirror, just like in his flashback, and he just goes crazy, stabbing spree, killing all 8 cops that are there and the paramedics. Now, he's got the car almost full.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
And you're okay with the whole his arms and legs turning into spiders, and then he has the snakes, and then he has spider legs
Well,
and all that?
I mean, it is very you.
It's not very clownish though. Like
It's
I
not
wish
clownish
there-
at all. That's what I'm trying to say. He needs.
But let's keep
to-
all that, but just replace it with clown shit. What's some clown shit you could replace that with? Because I like that. It's a clean way to start to get the car mostly filled because this
No,
we're-
everyone's definitely dying, but we just got to make it.
And it should be with the broken glass, like in the flashback. But it's just how does he get off of the gurney and overpower everyone? We'll just, you know what? Placeholder. Some clown shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like squirting flowers with acid, burning faces.
Yeah, all of that. We'll leave that up to the interns to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now he's got the trunk full.
Yeah, it's not the trunk. It's like the whole car.
Yeah,
is
there's just
getting
bodies.
full. Yeah. Yeah.
So now he's like, okay, I've done what you want. What
Well, no,
now?
it's not totally full.
Yeah, it's not.
He
full.
says it's full, and then the clown goes, might be full for a human car, but this is a clown car. You got a lot more to go." And he's like, what do you want me to do?" He's like, "You know where to go." And he drives to the carnival.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "How am I supposed to get? What am I supposed to do?" He goes, "Start with the Ferris wheel."
Oh, so is the carnival? It's not closed. It's still it's going on. Yeah, yes. So he does he just pull up because he's a carny, so he knows everything. So does he just like about how the carnival works? So does he just pull out like a crucial bolt and everyone just falls and dies?
Yeah, I was gonna say the fucking thing. He somehow gets into the mechanics of it and he disconnects the Ferris wheel, and it starts.
And it starts rolling
into
and
the
it rolls
trunk.
to the car.
Into the trunk.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Right.
Okay, let's do a few more scenes like that, and
Well, everyone.
think
I mean,
know how to-
everyone would be shocked.
Yeah, but he can't be killed because when you shoot him, it just pops like a balloon. So, like, that's the first thing he does.
Well, no, because everyone's
Um,
going to be shocked because they think that this was a horrible malfunction accident, you know?
Yeah.
They
yeah.
don't think anything supernatural like clown guy yet, you know?
Yeah, because they didn't see where it rolled
Yes.
off to.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It went into a trunk.
Oh, and then another.
Sorry, go.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe, and then maybe that's the last thing he does there. But we just show a couple murders before that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now the car is full, and the clown, and he goes, okay, now I want the girl from the store. He goes, oh, you mean your future dead wife? And he goes, yeah, I guess. He's just saying future wife. He's like, what's her name anyway? And he goes, Darla.
I was going to say that.
And we're both
Where-
idiots. Because we're both idiots who've only ever seen The Little Rascals.
Darla.
So he pulls up to her house, and he knocks on her door, and it's like midnight now. She goes, "Who? You're that guy from ShopRite?" And he goes, "Darla." And she goes, "My name's Maria. What the hell are you talking about?" And he goes, "No, I killed them all. You're supposed to be my wife." And she goes, "I'm calling the police." And she closes the door, and you can hear her calling the police. And he looks back at the clown car to be like, "What the hell's happening?" And the clown looks out, and now he's totally a clown. And the car, he was even like all clowned out now. He goes, "Didn't everyone ever tell you? Never trust the clown." And, and then the car lifts off into outer space. Oh no, it doesn't. It actually sinks into the ground.
So that's how it ends?
Then credits, and then we see.
No.
Well,
Wait, there has to be a goddamn conclusion to this. We've come too far.
then he
Okay,
goes,
so he goes to the girl. He's like, she's like, "Who are?" So like, "What do you want from me?" He goes, "You're my future dead wife." She goes, "What?" She's like, "What'd you say?" She goes, "I'm supposed to bury you, ashes to ashes." And now he's like crawling to her, and oh, and then the clown jumps out and goes, "Look at yourself! You're such a freaking little baby." Yeah, because now he's like,
And then he look, and
'cause
then
he's
we
like-
cut back to him, and now he is a baby.
the little kid that we saw in the beginning.
No, a clown baby.
No, hold on. He goes, "Look at yourself," because he
Look at yourself. You're a little clown baby. And I love you.
God, you're so cute. He goes, hold on. He's like, because he's pissed because he didn't realize how weak he was because he thought he was gonna kill the girl, and that would complete the clown car. But he's like weak,
What?
you know. He's on.
No,
a
he wanted to marry the girl.
No, the clown I'm talking about is this. He's upset that Kato fell for her
Oh.
because he's so weak.
Yeah, and then Kato says, he's like, I said dead. He said, the clown's like, I said dead wife. That means you kill her.
Yeah,
And he goes,
he goes-
no, I thought you meant like everyone's wife is eventually their dead wife.
I thought you
know,
meant after
people die.
a lifetime of shared stories and memories and
And
trips
he's
to
like, who
the
would
lake
be happy
house.
with you? You're a clown killer baby.
He goes, she would never have a long-term relationship with you because she would eventually find out about your past.
Not to mention the smell.
Of your past. Now there's two clown voices talking. It's like
Oh, there's another clown that was there the whole time.
yeah, surprise, surprise.
Didn't everyone ever tell you? Clowns always come in pairs.
Don't you know?
Okay, all right. Fuck that. I gave an ending. It wasn't great.
Hold on,
Give
hold
me
on.
Yeah.
So he's like, you're so weak. You'll never be able to finish it. And he goes, I never told you the consequences for not finishing the mission. And he's like, what are those consequences? Can I please hear them? He's like, yes, I'm going to tell you now. 1. If you don't complete the mission, then you become a clown. Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't sound so bad.
2, if you don't complete the mission, not only do you become a clown, but you become a clown that has to live inside the clown car forever.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's bad.
Well, yeah, but like he explains to him that that he has to take his place.
I honestly think never trust the clown. is a
Oh,
better thing.
exactly. That's what we find out. That it's the whole. He goes, he's like, I just need one last. He's like, it turns out that he was lying to him the whole time. He doesn't really need to fill the car up at a certain time to get back to his realm. He's looking for a replacement.
Or how about this? He was lying to him, but now he's just a guy with a body full of car full of dead bodies.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Good luck with that." And he flies into the sky like Superman.
Yeah. He goes, so what was the point of this? He goes, I don't know.
Wait, no. He goes, "It was funny."
Yeah, he goes, I like to really extend my jokes.
I think what was the point of all this? It was funny is a much better place to end it. And then it just cuts to the credits.
I don't know. It's funny?
Yeah, and then it just cuts right to the credits. And then
Or
we do the after credits scene.
or
and
it
it's
should
the
be
dog run-
or it should be that the rest of the cops come and break in and see him standing there with the bodies of the other dead cops, and they just start shooting him. You know, so he gets shot dead by the rest of the cops, and the whole time he's getting shot, the clown is like just like going like, you know, like ducking and like moving and twitching like as if he's like dodging
and
the
like
bullets.
doing cartwheels and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then
when he's like all
Kato's
full of holes, he's breathing out. He's like, "What was the point of all of this?" And he goes, "It was a joke."
you know, funny.
And then he just gets in the car and drives off while Kato bleeds out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we do the after credits scene with the dog.
No. And then the car drives away and up into the moon.
You know I love that.
I know.
You
That's
know
why
I
I
love
said
the
that's
idea that
why.
the clown lives in the moon.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah.
It's for you. Okay, yeah, and then
Yeah.
the credits roll, and then and then right before it's done, you see the dog running from an open field, and the kid playing in the dirt and sees
Yeah.
shit.
No,
all over.
it just runs up onto a fancy house's porch.
Oh yeah.
And like this little yeah.
Wow. And
Alright.
then it says clown car.
Clown car. And then it says every other title like that was accidentally generated during the recording of this episode.